Okay, you all done? You done being jerks? Okay, you are. Are you? You don't look like you're done. Hi there. It's Mel with One Woman and Two Acres. It's a yucky rainy day, so I decided I was going to read. I love that. This is great. Rainy days are wonderful for this. And the book I've chosen is The Urban Homestead. It's by Coyne and Erik Knutzen. All of this will be in the description below, including the call number, which is 640 COY. Okay. This is the revised edition. It was, where are you? I always am looking for this. It was done in 2010, so yeah, pretty much it's good. They talk about unleashing the homesteader within. It's cute. And how there's been a paradigm shift in the way people are thinking and doing things. To start your own farm, there are 4 strategies of container gardening, edible landscaping, community gardening, and guerrilla gardening. I love that. Guerrilla gardening is basically where you pirate other people's property. You can talk to your neighbors, your family, your friends, and say, hey, would you mind if I plant, a couple of something or other, like corn, in one lovely sunny area? And then you go to the next one, hey, how about a nice blueberry bush over here? That'd be gorgeous. and how to just be able to walk all over your neighborhood gathering your harvest and sharing it with the people who own the place too. I thought that was a grand idea. Making your own seed balls so that you can toss them out in the median of roads and have this gorgeous area. It's just great stuff. The essential projects, starting a compost pile, how to do it. Vermiculture, composting with worms. I say if your soil is yummy, worms will come. I know they did to my place, and I didn't think the soil was that great. But, how to do a worm bin, basically, which is fine. Mulching, raised bed gardens, fertilizer tea, compost tea, same thing. Okay. Just all sorts of stuff. How to make a beam teepee, which I am going to do with 12-foot poles. Okay, maybe not that tall. But, dang, I was having real issues with the beans taking over pretty much everything. Let's see. What else? Controlling insects and pests. They don't want you to use herbicides and pesticides and all that stuff. Basically, the best way to get rid of a pest is to put a spray nozzle on your hose. Blow it off. They also talk about urban foraging. And in this, they also give the caution of don't eat something unless you know what it is. Seek professional help on what to look for. And it goes through a couple of the different things. Fruit foraging. The fruit pickers. Everybody's picking apples with them and stuff. We used to pick oranges in Florida with them. The baskets with the fingers like this. You put it way up in the tree. It's on a big old pole. Put it way up in the tree. Boom, here comes my oranges, my tangerines. Oh, they were so good. Reviving day-old bread. Buy day-old bread. Way of keeping, the money down if you don't make your own bread. Make your own bread. Keeping livestock in the city. Now, they say, no chickens. It says that the chicken is the new pug. I love that. And the gifts that animals bring. Their poo. Their eggs. Their this, their that. I mean, this is all wonderful stuff. And they talk about, chickens for the eggs for meat. Where to get them and stuff. But also, okay, so chickens are too loud. What about quail? Then when the neighbor says, "Oh, here's a bobwhite." Yes, isn't that amazing? Bobwhite, yes. Isn't that lovely? I wonder where they are. They'll probably figure out they're in your yard, but they're just little bitty things. So you have a little pond, like in your apartment complex. Set up a little duck bed, a little place for it to be, and let it go. It'll come back and nest, give you duck eggs. Well, you gotta think about these things. Keeping bees. Now you gotta be careful with that because a lot of places don't want you to have bees either. No, somebody will get bit. Okay. Revolutionary home economics. How to preserve the harvest. They go into pickling and canning and stuff, dehydrating, which I need to start doing. Sun drying, how to make a dehydrator. I know, I've been talking about it. All right. Root vegetables, how you can use straw and just how to basically preserve it in the ground so you don't have to store it. Culturing milk, blah blah blah, cheese making. So there's making stocks, like veg stock, beef stock, blah blah. Making wine and beer, yum yum. All that wonderful stuff. And then I would even hit on tiny houses. I love that. I would love to have one here. How can I get people to pay for it? I'll build it. Be your utility. Be your own utility. Water and power from the homestead. Rain is a resource. Okay. So you're not allowed to collect rainwater. Okay, well, you forgot and left a 5-gallon bucket in the yard. Happens to be under your downspout. Oh, well, if somebody can see in your yard and you can't afford a fence, all right, fencing is expensive. But you could put like a post here and there and a wire and vines of something like grapes, bramble with lots of thorns to keep people out. And then they'll be less likely to come in your backyard and go, tattletale. Where most water goes in an urban setting, it says 58.7% goes into the landscaping, 10.8% into the toilet. Ew. Dishwasher uses the least. Leaks are a big one. Keeping it all down to some kind of, I don't know, using gray water, okay? So, you don't want to replumb your house. Believe me, I don't blame you. Alright, so, but you want to collect gray water. So, if you can collect, like, rainwater, just turn the tap off to your toilet and have a bucket of water. Pour it in. I'm much too lazy. I'd have to have the dog trained to bring it to me. But it's a way. You can, if you want to do the plumbing, plumb off your shower. I mean, that gets like almost nothing. I mean, you can divert that out to really water-hungry plants, or dig a little ditch, put gravel, and it will, it'll water all the stuff on either side. I think that'd be a great idea. The great big bulk containers and siphoning off the tub, just all the different things for the rainwater. Heating, here we go. Household energy use. Heating and cooling takes up almost half, 49% of the energy used in your home. That's too much. That's ridiculous. So, I have some ideas on that. It's like, okay, it says, like, I don't have heating and cooling. Well, I have a heater, and I'll probably have to use it until my idea comes to fruition. But I don't have cooling except for the one little air conditioner that I have in here, so I'm figuring, okay, I've knocked out quite a bit. The water heater, yeah, forget it. I'm using my water heater. Lighting, I really don't use much lighting. I use oil lamps at night, and they're bright enough to read by, I'll guarantee you. I can read a thermometer, because I'm freezing. I can read a thermometer by it. I mean, that's pretty good. And if you want a really good one, which I can't afford, Aladdin lamp, they're fantastic. Look it up. Aladdin, like, never mind. Stoves and small appliances, well, my stove is gas. I don't have that either. Electronics, buddy, I have electronics. It's 7% of that. The clothes and clothes washer and the dryer, only 6%. Again, the dishwasher uses less. Sink, bubble wrap your windows. If I could just find the bubble wrap, I'd be okay. I've looked everywhere. All the furniture places. I went to Lowe's. All the bubble wrap was green. No, I am not living except for light green paint on my walls. No. Solar air heating. I know. I've got to do this. Oh. Also, living down here in the south, it is hot. It gets very hot. And they have the greatest idea. Now, most of my place is pretty well shaded. My bedroom is not so much. And I'm thinking about doing this. Is like creating sort of an awning outside and grow vines over it. Hello? That's a good idea. That'll over on because this is the south side. So you know it's warm. Yeah. I have so many trees, though. But the vines would do great out here. I think that would be fantastic. They call it a living curtain. Fans and stuff like that. They talk about, they talk about this, too. Well, building a rocket stove. That's one I'd love to do and have it inside, but I think it's too much. The tubular skylights, let me tell you, those things are bright. Come in kind of like a skylight, but it's a tube. And if there is any light outside, it absorbs it and splashes it into your house. I'd love one in my kitchen. Man, that would be great. Those are wonderful. Look those up. If you have an opportunity and can do it, do it. Don't do it in your bedroom. Oh, please, don't do it in your bedroom. Do it in a room that is away from you and needs light. It's amazing. As I've said, solar cookers. Let's see here. Yeah, solar power, wind turbines. You're talking more expense there. Transportation. Ride a bike. Yeah, sure. No. But if you're living in an urban area, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, getting a bike and kind of fooling around that's a great resource. You can put baskets on it and go crazy. I did when I lived in a city setting. I had a bicycle and it had all the baskets and all the stuff. I'd go to the store. It was great. And in the back, it has wonderful resources for all of the stuff of keeping livestock, drip irrigation, bees, solar cookers, yada yada. It has a lot of wonderful information in the back. Good book, especially for those living in the city, but not necessarily. It's got some good ideas for people who are new to homesteading, like me. I will be using this a lot, so the library better get used to just having it sent back. So, that's my book review. Did you enjoy it? I know I did. So, I am going to sit up in the bed, drink my wonderful tea, watch a television show, crochet more, and stay warm with the animals all over me. I've got some plans coming up for other things that are going to be going on around here, so stay tuned in, as they say. So, that's a great book to get, worth a check out, even if you live in a suburban or even, rural area. Can't even say it. Rural area. You might want to check it out. This has been Mel with One Woman and 2 Acres. Y'all have a blessed day.